Start clapping right now for Greg Schwem, everybody. Oh, wow. How about a big hand for everybody you've seen? I can't follow any of these people. All right, that's a good start. Talk amongst yourselves, everybody. Zanies is behind on their rent. All right. Okay, quick poll before we really get going here. Has anybody ever seen me before? Good, excellent, good. That means I don't have to do all new material tonight. I am going to do a lot of new stuff, but it also means that I can just mix in some of my older, more established bits as well. Anyway, what is up with President Reagan? I think the guy is slipping. I really do. It's nice to be here out in Rosemont. I live in Chicago. I love it. I know we've got some people from out of town. I hope you come and visit our fair city. One thing though, if you are a tourist and you're coming to Chicago, I just ask you this: please just pronounce the names of our landmarks correctly. Okay? For example, it's not Soldiers Field, it's Soldier Field. It's not Millennial Park, it's Millennium Park. It's not Goethe Street, it's Goethe Street. Please do that, because if you don't, it really pisses people off like me from Chicago, Illinois. So I love suburbanites. So I used to live in the suburbs, and I know suburbanites. I know you love this club because there's a parking garage right here. And suburbanites, that's all they care about is where are we going to park, right? I mean, I love it when suburbanites come down to the city and they come to a restaurant and they're so impatient. They don't want to like drive around the block and find something cheap. They're like, just screw it. We you know, they come to the restaurant. They go, we just left our car with the valet guy right out in front. I know it costs us a little money, but we gave him the money. We gave him our keys. We feel good. I love these people. I love it when they come out of the restaurant and they realize that restaurant does not offer valet parking. They're like, where's our? Oh man, those were $50,000 tapas we ate, weren't they? I actually took the. Sammy was talking about the L. I actually took the L in here, and I like taking the L because of the chance that I might be on a car with one of those chatty conductors, the ones that don't just do the obvious like. And our next stop is. It's the last place that you can transfer. I had one of those guys last week. He actually said, he goes, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to personally thank you for riding the CTA. We know you have your choice of transportation options when traveling in Chicago. And I look around, I'm like, that's not what I'm seeing on this car. I'm not nudging the guy passed out, leaning against me with an empty gin bottle at his feet going, your limo didn't show up either, huh? Yeah, okay. I came here directly from my health club. I go to one of those big city health clubs. My health club's in a very gay neighborhood. And I was walking into the locker room today, and they just put a sign outside the locker room, and it said, occupancy of this room by more than 162 people is dangerous. And I thought, in this club? That's a party. That's a really optimistic Saturday night. I love being out here. I love being a comedian. I hope it shows that I love what I'm doing. This is the best job in the world. There's only one bad part about this job. Nobody ever thanks me for my service. They don't. I mean, think about it. Everybody gets thanked for their service now. I mean, it's not just military. Do we have any military here? Okay, good. Thank you for your service, right? Okay, that makes sense. How about teachers? We have teachers here, right? Okay, thank you for your service. Any medical people here now? Good. Thank you for your service. Is my divorce attorney here? Thank you for your service. Yeah. Feels good, doesn't it? No. The best part about this job is that it's one of the few jobs left where you don't have to explain to people what you do. Nobody says, what is that? Like, you ever been on LinkedIn? Every day I'm reading some announcements like, hi, some personal news. As of today, I am the new project operations manager coordinator in charge of strategic development, scope, and evaluation. And I couldn't be more excited. Like, well, that makes one of us. The worst part of this job, I think, is that when you tell people you're a comedian, they don't believe you. Here, let me show you what that's like, okay? Like, you, sir, what's your name? Van. Oh, my God. All right, you're pissed about that, aren't you, Van? All right, it's just a name, sir. Okay, so, Van, what do you do for a living? You do nothing. Okay, good. There's going to be a bill here, Van, just so you know. You're going to have to pay for the drinks. What did you do for a living?
Electrician.
You were an electrician. Okay, you were an electrician. Yeah, sure. See, that's what I get every day, right? People don't believe it. It's like I make people laugh for a living. Why are you fact-checking me on that? How'd you like to be a pilot? Everybody get on the plane and go, you're going to fly us to Phoenix? Yeah, right. Yeah, is the real pilot around here, huh? You're a retired electrician?
Yep.
How long you been retired?
Since 62.
Since 1962? God, that would make you like 147. I was born. Did they have electricity in 62? It's your birthday today? Is he okay? Happy birthday. Happy birthday to Van, who's been around since Thomas Edison, apparently. Good. Yeah. All right. Well, happy birthday to you, Van. So yeah. So anyway. So speaking of flights, I just got back from San Juan, Puerto Rico. I'm not going to tell you. I'm not going to tell you how horrible the flight was because I hate when people do that. I hate when people tell you their flight from hell story because we've all had them, right? What makes yours any different than mine? Do you really think I'm going to be on the edge of my seat going, really? And then maintenance came on board? Shut up! I was going to go to the bathroom, but I'll hold it. This is good. Keep going. Oh, wait. Your gate was occupied? Dude, this has screenplay written all over it. There's only one story, I think, that is an exception to that rule. And maybe you've heard about this. There's a bunch of movies been made about it. It's in 1972, when you were like 50. There was this Uruguayan rugby team whose plane crashed in the Andes Mountains. Nobody found them for 10 weeks, and the surviving passengers had to eat the bodies of the dead passengers in order to keep living. Okay, that's a good one. Keep talking. You've got my attention. So yeah, the reason I was in San Juan, I was at a destination wedding. My niece, who lives 10 minutes away from me in Chicago, decides to get married in a San Juan rainforest. You know where my destination wedding was? Alsip, Illinois. Very accessible by motor vehicle. Trust me, nobody was on the internet 3 months before going, okay, let's see, if we overnight in Kankakee, we should get there in time. God bless my niece. I love her to death, but that was a little bit out of the way for me to go. And then she says to me, by the way, Uncle Greg, let me send you a link to tell you where we're registered. I'm like, wait a minute, I gotta buy you a gift as well? I had to get a malaria vaccine. Isn't that enough for you? So yeah, it was a bad flight. But I'm not going to bore you. There's two things I never think you should just bore people with or tell people. One is your flight from hell story, and the other is your surgical procedure. Don't do it. You know, I think Pat was up here, he was talking about colonoscopies. I just had a colonoscopy, and I'm not going to tell you the details, because not only is it gross, it's verbally gross. Like, there's a reason people don't use the words rectum and anus in casual conversation. All right, you're never at a bar and somebody goes, hey, can you two just slide your rectums down like a couple of stools? Because if you could open this space up, that will leave us room for 3 more anuses to be able to fit right in here. I just got my bill for the colonoscopy. Do you ever read a medical bill? You know, they always break it down. I got charged $775 for the recovery room. You know what I did in the recovery room, ladies and gentlemen? I drank a juice box and ate 2 Oreo cookies. Now, as somebody who has coached Little League, I know that that's about $2.75. $3.50 if you're the kid that's allergic to peanuts. Not $745. So, but I'm trying to stay healthy. My doctor keeps telling me I got to get healthy and so forth. So here's what I'm doing now. I downloaded one of those food calorie counting apps. First of all, don't do this. They want way too much information, right? I mean, I downloaded the first one. I tried the first one the day after Christmas. I had leftovers piled high to my ceiling. And I get on the app, it's like, well, what'd you have for dinner, Greg? Well, I had lasagna, but that's not good enough for them. How much did you have, Greg? Did you have a big bowl? Did you have a plate? Did you have 645 grams? I'm like, I don't know. It was in a pan. You know how much I ate? A column. That's how much I had. And then I was still hungry. I ate a wedge. You figure it out. Anybody else find themselves doing this with these apps? How you only chart the food that you think will make the app happy. Right? I do that all the time. I'm like, what'd you have for dinner? Well, I had skinless chicken breasts, spinach, sweet potatoes, and chia seeds. And then I ate 6 handfuls of M&Ms. But the app doesn't need to know that. We don't want to piss off the robot. I'll just say this. Oh, calculate. Hey, perfect score. Oh, I think that calls for a couple of beers. Tried everything, man. I got a step counter here. Van, you got a step counter, Van? We don't have one of those, huh? Okay, not in what's that, sir? Were you gonna say? Are you heckling him now, or are you heckling me? Which one? Yeah, I got a step counter. I got. All this thing cares about is that I get 10,000 steps a day, but I love it. It's so non-judgmental. It doesn't care how I get the 10,000 steps. If I'm on my way into a Dairy Queen for the 3rd time that morning, and that's when I hit 10,000, the app buzzes, "You're awesome, Greg! Yep, for 15,000, there's a Hooters half mile up the road." Anyway, you guys have been a lot of fun. If you liked my show, you can look me up on LinkedIn. I am a purveyor of comedic insights. Thank you very much, everybody. Drive safe. Your car's in the garage. See you later.